Hey, what's up guys? John here. Breaking news. 22 states in America are now fighting to extend the eviction moratorium, including New York, California. All of the major metropolitan cities and states essentially are fighting for this to stay. And why is this bad? Well, it ends capitalism, it ends free markets, but what it also does is it ends our freedoms. And here's how. Taxpayer funded, Fed backed, BlackRock is going out there buying homes by the tens of thousands right now. They just bought an entire city in Texas. These companies, Invitation Homes, BlackRock, all of these companies reporting massive profits during the pandemic. Well, how is that if people aren't paying rent or they don't have to pay rent? Well, it's because they get the bailout money, not mom and pop landlords. This entire situation with the eviction moratorium is going to bring mom and pop landlords to their knees. So then big corporations can step in, take over their properties, and essentially take over the individual. And that's what we're seeing right now. This is an absolute tragedy for America and real estate. And we're gonna see something unlike anything America's ever seen happen very soon. In this video, I'm gonna break down what is happening behind the scenes and what we can expect. So please smash that like button. When you hit the like button, YouTube's gonna share this content with more investors so they know what's really going on. So please hit that like button. Let's begin. The US Supreme Court urged by 22 states to maintain the eviction ban. Washington, the Attorney General of 22 states on Friday, urged the U.S. Supreme Court not to end the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention's pandemic-related residential eviction moratorium that has been challenged by landlord groups. The landlords asked the Supreme Court last week to issue an order stopping the national ban on evictions, which was first implemented September and is due to expire June 30th. So in 2 weeks. CDC's director, Rochelle Walensky, declined to say this week if the agency will again extend the moratorium, saying discussions are ongoing. It will get extended. We all know that this is not going to end in 2 weeks. This is likely going to get pushed out and pushed out and pushed out. I would guess probably another year, probably more. Led by Alabama Association of Realtors, the landlord group argued that the CDC extended its authority when it halted evictions to help renters during the pandemic. The CDC imposed the ban to combat the spread of the pandemic and prevent homelessness during the pandemic. Ending the moratorium could force millions of vulnerable individuals from their homes into the streets, crowded shelters, or into contact with family and friends within or across state lines, the Attorney General said on the court filing. What about mom and pop landlords? Mom and pop landlords take up a majority of housing in America. And these landlords are being brought to their knees as well as the tenants. This is doubling the effect. This isn't solving one problem, it's creating two. The 22 states, including California, New York, Virginia, Michigan, with the District of Columbia joining as well. The landlord group said the U.S. District Judge Dabney Friedrich May 5th decision nullifying the moratorium should take effect immediately despite ruling in favor of the landlords. Friedrich agreed to place her decision on hold to allow President Biden administration to appeal. So this is all just a show. Biden wanted this to stay into place. So she brought this to fruition and then told Biden, hey, if you wanted me to say no to this, you just let me know and I'll just waive it. And that's essentially what happened. Every day the stay remains in place, applications, properties continue to be unlawfully occupied, and the rental income continues to be unlawfully cut off. The landlord wrote 9 months of overreach is enough. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia last week said it would not lift the judge's stay order. The D.C. Circuit said the CDC eviction ban was likely unlawful, but has not yet issued a ruling in the merits of the case. In the landlord's appeal, they said property owners are losing $13 billion every single month. $13 billion every single month. The CDC said it has 30 to 40 million people could be at risk of eviction without the moratorium. Advocacy groups said the low-income renters were. The big problem here is that small landlords are forced to take a loss, essentially. And large corporate landlords are getting fat payouts. So much so that they're winning on both sides. Think about this. They get the bailouts from stimulus and from Congress. They get that payout. Then when foreclosures, forbearances, everything hits the fan, then they get to double dip again with their large scale that they're essentially building and building out further infrastructure, getting more money ready, and then they're going to pounce on all the distressed properties when they hit. Now look at this article here. CBS News, they dive into the financials. I'm surprised they even put this out. They dive into the financials and they said, despite eviction ban complaints, big landlord reports record profits. Scroll down here, unexpected benefit of COVID. Invitation Homes, the nation's largest single-family home landlord, for example, reported that 2020 was the most profitable year ever. The company was started in 2012 by a private equity firm, Blackstone, to snap up tens of thousands of homes left empty by the Great Recession's foreclosure crisis and turn them into rental units. Last year, it collected $50 million more in rent during the pandemic than it had from those same houses the year before. $50 million. That's factoring in tenants who are not able to pay. Like other landlords, Invitation Homes got an unexpected benefit from the pandemic itself. One of the biggest costs that landlords have is turnover. Invitation Homes said fewer of its tenants moved because of the pandemic than normal. Even putting aside federal and state eviction restrictions, as a result, turnover cost dropped by nearly $5 million last year. The company also said administration costs fell by nearly $3 million. What's more, the moratorium doesn't appear to have fully halted the company's eviction efforts. A study earlier this month from the Institute of Policy Studies on how larger landlords have profited during the pandemic found that Invitation Homes had filed at least 550 evictions in Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Texas. Since the beginning of the pandemic, most of those, according to the study, were filed at September 20. Federal eviction moratorium was ordered. In all, Invitation Homes profits rose 30% during the pandemic to nearly $200 million in 2020, up from nearly $150 million the year before. So a 25% gain. Shares in the company were up 64% in the past year, a 32 a piece. They're currently less than $1 from their all-time high, which was set a few weeks before the lockdown in America. 25%. That's how much they've made. I don't know any small mom and pop landlord that their revenue has increased 25% organically like this. Some of the largest landlords had access to resources or protections, including payback protection program loans and forbearance programs, Yentl said. With the latest stimulus bill, Congress has now put in billions in rental assistance, with most of that money going straight to landlords. So help is on the way. It is essential that federal eviction moratorium is extended, at least until these emergency funds are expended. Help is on the way. We've heard that for about a year now. Help is on the way. This is a tragedy. This is really a tragedy. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't see what's happening. What is happening right now is this isn't about inequality. This isn't about inequity. What this is about really bringing the 99% right down to their knees, and they're going to make everyone equal. That's what they want. No middle class. That's how it feels to me anyway. That's why I don't think this eviction moratorium is going to fade anytime soon. I think it's going to get extended and extended and extended. And the longer this goes on, the more people become in financial distress. And the more people in financial distress, the more opportunity for BlackRock, for Blackstone, for Invitation Homes. They're eyeing 80,000 houses as the suburbs boom. This is August 2020, 3-4 months after the pandemic started. Invitation Homes, the largest single-family landlord with roughly 80,000 houses, posted higher occupancy rates and revenues that beat estimates as renters decided that life during the pandemic is better with extra rooms and a backyard. Now Invitation Homes is buying homes at a time when low interest rates and desire for more space has placed suburban houses in high demand even during the pandemic, roils the economy and pushes millions of renters to the brink. You have to think through how you're going to operate, how you're going to measure risk, and whether you're prepared for the responses, Chief Executive Officer Dallas Tanner said in an interview. The fortunate thing is for our businesses that housing is fundamentals and spectacular in the US right now. It is for them. It's definitely for them because they are guaranteed to get paid. In fact, I would almost guarantee that they probably will increase the rents to whatever they want, and they're probably just going to get the money straight from Congress. As these stimulus and all these little welfare programs go out to Americans, they're going to be able to increase the rents accordingly and basically just absorb all the money and become bigger than life. That's what's happening right now. What do you think about what's happening? Drop your comments below. I'm really curious as to what you guys think about all this. Smash that like button and tell me your prediction below. When do you think this eviction moratorium will end? Consider subscribing here and consider subscribing to my personal channel. I'll put the link down below. See you guys in the next video. YouTube Success Blueprint. If you've enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into growing your YouTube channel and create passive income as a YouTuber, check out my YouTube Success Blueprint by clicking the link in the description below this video. One of the richest men in the world, Warren Buffett, once said, "Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out a bucket, not a thimble." I get the feeling that many men and women today are using thimbles instead of buckets. The truth is that we're in a huge wave of opportunity. I'm not suggesting that the current situation hasn't caused any financial damage to people's lives, because it certainly has.
You may be one of those who have been fired, transferred, demoted, or had his assets repossessed. When looking up my own channel statistics on Social Blade, you can see that I was able to go from a mere 11,000 subscribers to 120,000 subscribers in just 15 months. You could do this too, and I want to show you how. My YouTube Success Blueprint is a complete A to Z guide that teaches you the necessary steps in order to get your channel up and running within a few days. YouTube is an explosive avenue where you can earn thousands of dollars based simply on uploading videos and monetizing them for views. Think of a bridge with a toll on it. That is a video that's monetized on YouTube. It also serves as a great channel to capture leads and potential new clients. Personally, I'm receiving roughly $30,000 per month in video views through Google AdSense just by people watching my videos on YouTube with 120,000 subscribers. This number is likely only going to grow as more and more people become accustomed to using YouTube. We have roughly 2.3 billion monthly users on YouTube, and I could see that number hit 3 billion in no time. To learn more about growing your YouTube channel and creating passive income as a YouTuber, register for my YouTube Success Blueprint by clicking the link in the description below this video.